Remember how back in the Mamas and the Papas that the episode felt a little off? And how it was attributed to the fact that two Saved by the Bell one-timers, Stephanie Garmin and Hollis White, were likely to blame? Keep that in mind as we go over this episode by freelancer Sam Greenbaum.
Hey Zach, see that girl? She's about to become my woman.
Not if that is your legit wardrobe. Did a clown on acid dress you? I'm starting to regret going to bat for your fashion sense last episode. Screech makes his move on Molly, but she is clearly taken. So Screech hides in her locker? Why would the boyfriend be okay with that? In class, Mr. Belding has a very special announcement.
Madonna's the new school nurse?
Settle down, Sparky. You'll go from nurse to worse later in the season. No, Mr. Belding announces that Bayside is kicking off the California Cadet Corps, or JROTC as my high school called it. The students will get job training and college credit. Lisa is less about the class and more about the instructor.
Hope I'll be seeing some of you soon.
Oh, you will, honey.
I'd like to point out that this is the second time that we've had an underage female student openly lust after a freshly introduced male teacher. 0 infractions for the guys. So much for equal representation in the media. Give us hot lady teachers! Hashtag masculinism! Hashtag... this probably won't go well. Slater, being the son of an army man, volunteers to join the program. Zack goofs off and gets sent to Belding's office. In way too much of Belding's office, we learn that Zack's shenanigans have earned him 30 Saturday detentions. 30? But there are only 25 instructional weeks in a school year. Do you want Zack to come in on holiday and extended release weekends? You wouldn't rather spend that time with the unverified but probably communist Mrs. Belding? Or are you looking for a reason to spend more time with the blonde Tom Cruise? If this is all just blackmail, Mr. Belding strong-arms Zack into the California Cadet Corps and orders him to recruit others for the class. Appropriately sized Alan is a quick get, as he hears there's cake every day. And Luis?
Well, there's 3 guys for every girl.
I could learn to be violent. Hi-ya!
Okay, so Luis is in for the dudes. How about Butch?
Hey, don't touch me or your shark spit.
Is that a real saying? Either way, Butch chooses to join to beat people up without consequences. We know Slater's already in, and Jesse chooses to follow suit to show how women can serve alongside men. Lisa wants to join because she's all randy for Lieutenant Adams. Kelly's on the fence.
Your father has 7 children, and the lieutenant said you can win college scholarships.
So we're back to Kelly having 9 people in her family. Maybe a sibling is old enough to have moved out, and that's why Kelly said there are only 8 in the house in the last episode. Oh, and Kelly's in. Across the max, Screech has 0 tact and approaches Molly while Butch is around. Zack uses this as a recruitment opportunity.
Wait till Molly sees you in a uniform.
And then Screech imagines what that might look like. And in Screech's mind, it includes massive muscles. Now, I don't think I need to belabor the fact that the thrown Butch is just a doll. My concern is where it goes. If the doll went through the diner's ceiling, wouldn't there be a crashing noise and debris? Is the doll just floating near the ceiling like Mary Poppins' Uncle Albert?
Welcome. Make yourselves comfortable.
And to steel yourselves for this next part? Shut up, Dustin Diamond! Shut up! 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 Yeah, Screech is in. It's the first day of Cadet Corps, and Butch maintains that one-sided rivalry. The lieutenant shows up, and, yeah, we're gonna have fun!
Maybe I wasn't clear.
On your feet!
I love how Louise does this prolonged scramble from the back. And it's clear that Lieutenant Adams isn't messing around. He doesn't even approve of Lisa's outfit. I mean, if Lady Scarlet can wear this, I'm sure Lisa can wear this. Maybe we could somehow split the difference and get Oh, Bonnie McMurray. Where was I?
Hey, lighten up, Lieutenant. There's no war. Haven't you heard? Peace broke out all over the world.
Hey, Zack. Thanks for reminding Kelly why her dad lost his job.
Down and give me 20.
How about 2 5s and a 10?
Yeah, Zack talks his way into 100. 2 wobbly arms later, Zack tries to quit.
I'm a bad American. Not worthy of my uniform.
I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I don't care what you do anymore.
Army is my Tylenol and my Zack ache is gone.
Before the next class, hello twins, we learn that Kelly has 3 older brothers. We also see this gimmick with Screech where we realize how long his neck must be. Then Zack, hello twins, decides not to ghost Lieutenant Adams, but to quit like a man, face to face. The lieutenant says Zack can quit if he leads a team to victory in an athletic competition, and Zack, hello twins, can pick the teams. So, how do teams shake out? Zack gives Slater Alan, Screech, Lisa, and Louise. He keeps for himself Jesse, Kelly, Butch, and who the F is Rocco? Upon hearing that these teams are 100% fair, Lieutenant Adams switches the leaders. And as expected, Slater's team is well regimented. Could we redo this march? Well, Kelly's out of step and we don't like to show her as anything short of perfect to our underage viewers. And now Rocco's out of step. And then there's Zack's ragtag crew.
Alan, I said halt.
I thought you said malt.
Ah, yes. Fat Alan jokes. Let's move on.
About face. Alan, I'm not a cake, so please get out of my face.
And the show won't let us move on. And is it just me, or are we looking very not serious here? Well, training begins, and it becomes abundantly clear how the competition is going to go.
I am never gonna win with a bunch of losers like you. And you guys are the clumsiest bunch of goofs I've ever seen. And I quit.
Zack Morris is trash.
At Zack's house, and amidst some coughing, Screech lays some guilt on thick. And it works. After the red team falls backwards in tug-of-war, our favorite Aryan shows up to rejoin the class. But will his team welcome him back? Of course they will. It's Saturday morning television. The first event is the Monkey Bars, which is a permanent feature inside the school. Anyway, I accept this utterly wasted screen time to see Jessie Myrtle Spano flail her legs about when she clearly could have just walked the thing.
9 seconds.
And I love that Lieutenant Adams had a real stopwatch going, as Jessie's time really was 9 seconds. He also calls Lisa's time accurately.
4 seconds.
Lisa's run is very, very impressive.
Okay, guy, let's go. We'll get him in the rope climb.
Yeah, you will, you teenage beefcake. Because boom! You won't even have to use your legs to beat Louise.
At least I came in second.
The next event is the tire run, so the blue team goes up a point. In introducing the Joust, Lieutenant Adams does what I consider an odd little jump.
For this exercise in hand-to-hand combat.
Is he a clown at a birthday party?
Do you remember my name?
Lieutenant Chet Adams.
And what's your name, birthday boy?
The awesome Baldo!
Man, these first 2 episodes of the season are all in on the American Gladiator references.
I am one bad dude.
The Joust is a timed event, and Kelly is first up. One member of the audience gets a little excited.
Ready?
Kelly wins via distraction, but not due to her looks. No, just belting buffoonery. Zack also employs a distraction.
Go!
Oh, hi, Mrs. Belding.
My wife's here?
You are a boob! With things tied up between the two, the winner will be decided by the tug-of-war. And of course the rope snaps. Just a reminder as to what's at stake. If Zack's team wins, then Lieutenant Adams will let Zack out of the class. If Zack loses, well, he stays and does push-ups due to his insatiable need to pop off in class. So who does Zack pick to run the obstacle course against Butch? Screech!
I can't be Butch, we'll lose. Not if you win.
Okay, I laugh, but I guess the logic is sound. And it shouldn't be hard for Screech to believe in himself. It looks like Molly is already cheering for him. Screech and Butch line up where the production crew moved a bank of lockers, and they're off! The contestants zoom through tubes of an uncertain length, soar on ropes too tough to break, gracefully slide and move into tires, the very bane of Screech's existence! But Screech wins! Screech wins!
If the viewer looks closely, you will see the exact moment Butch decided to join every movie fraternity in a never-ending quest to punish nerds.
Screech gets his woman. Shut up, Dustin Diamond. And Zack gets respect. This episode had an odd feel to it, and I attribute that to the fact that we had odd sets, like only part of Zack's familiar to us bedroom, as well as more of the story going through Lieutenant Adams instead of the interactions between the students. There was also so much time devoted to watching the athletic events. And the stakes don't seem all that high, as the viewer doesn't really care if Zack is able to get out of the Cadet Corps, because A, he's kind of an a-hole in this episode, and B, we know this class will likely never be mentioned again. In fact, I find myself far more intrigued with the story of these pants. Where did the pocket go? Is it okay? Did that guy really need to tuck his shirt in to fill those holes with big blue color? Did he have zero other pants at his disposal to wear on this butt-facing camera day? What's up with the pants? Pants notwithstanding, I ultimately attribute the oddness of the episode to the writer, Sam Greenbaum, who only wrote this one Saved by the Bell episode as a freelancer. Inviting freelancers into the writing room can be great for getting fresh ideas going, but not every instance will be a winner, like the Mamas and the Papas episode. Despite being uncredited, Dylan Tucker played Butch. His on-screen appearances include commercials and a few small roles, including a character in the short-lived Jenny Garth show, A Brand New Life. And here he is in Michael Jordan's Space Jam. Lieutenant Adams was played by Calvin Cozart. As a young man, Calvin's athletic prowess earned him the nickname Silk, and Silk went so far as to play in the NBA's Summer Pro League. When injury prevented him from playing basketball full-time, Silk, now spelled in the silkiest way possible, became a model, then turned to acting. You've probably heard of many of his projects, like Hangin' with Mr. Cooper, White Men Can't Jump, Hot Shots, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, In the Line of Fire, Eraser, and Slam Dunk Ernest. Silk continued to play ball throughout his career, traveling with the Hollywood Knights. He's produced a few empowering programs and recently directed a documentary called Inherit the Land, a film about how juries determined that a white person was not insane for leaving vast property to some black folk. Silk also started a foundation called Keeping Dreams Alive, which helps find college scholarships for kids that may get overlooked. I mean, the more I learn of this guy, the more I credit Lisa's attraction.
I can't be Butch, we'll lose. Not if you win.